Gaius Caesar Germanicus, the third emperor of Rome, is better known to history by his childhood nickname, Caligula, or Little Boots. By 40 AD, the Little Boots had grown into a megalomaniacal tyrant whose whims were law and whose anger was legendary. The event unfolded after a military campaign that never was. Caligula had marched his legions to the northern coast of Gaul, modern-day France, proclaiming he would conquer Britannia. But upon reaching the English Channel, the invasion suddenly and mysteriously was called off. The official story was that the emperor had a change of heart. The whispers among the legions, however, told a different tale. They said he had ordered his soldiers to gather seashells on the beach, calling them the spoils of the ocean from the shell-strewn shore of Neptune. It was a bizarre and humiliating command for Rome's finest warriors. But Caligula wasn't finished. Feeling insulted, either by the failed campaign, the disobedience of the sea, or perhaps just his own unraveling mind, he decided the ocean itself needed to be punished for its defiance. He declared war on Neptune, the god of the sea. This was not a metaphorical war. He ordered the entire army to form a battle line on the beach. Archers, catapults, and siege engines were brought to the water's edge. Trumpets blared, and Caligula, in full imperial regalia, gave the order to attack. His legions, in a scene of surreal absurdity, launched a volley of javelins and arrows into the waves. They waded into the water, slashing at the surf with their swords. Siege engines hurled massive stones into the depths. After this decisive victory, Caligula declared the ocean conquered. To commemorate his triumph over the sea god, he commanded his soldiers to gather their spoils of war, the seashells they had collected earlier, and transport them back to Rome in a grand procession. He even commissioned a magnificent lighthouse to be built on the shore, not to guide ships but to stand as a permanent monument to his victory over the waves. Why did he do it? Historians have long debated the motive behind this theatrical madness. The most plausible theories are a lesson in obedience. The entire spectacle may have been a vicious test of his soldiers' loyalty. By forcing them to perform a humiliating and nonsensical task, he was demonstrating that his will was absolute, no matter how insane. A public humiliation. He was deeply angry that the planned invasion of Britain had collapsed, likely due to mutinous thoughts among his officers. This was his way of publicly shaming his army for their failure. The descent of a tyrant. Many ancient sources like Suetonius simply state that Caligula was utterly mad, and this was just one of many acts of a mind completely divorced from reality. Whatever the reason, the story of the emperor who declared war on the ocean has endured for 2 millennia. It stands as the ultimate symbol of insane vanity, a terrifying lesson in what happens when absolute power is placed in the hands of a man who believes he can conquer even the tides themselves.